I'm Jess, and in this series, I'm adventuring solo and exploring places I have never been to on my motorcycle, hoping to inspire you to rack up your own miles and imagine your next adventure. Welcome to the Great Lakes Escape. Hello and good morning from Buffalo, New York. We are officially on the Great Lakes Escape. So in my last video, you will have seen that we made it to Lake Erie. Lake Erie wasn't a huge part of this trip, but it is the official starting and ending point of the Great Lakes Escape. So leaving Buffalo today, and we're gonna cross over into Canada. So I think I'm going to head over the Peace Bridge in Fort Erie and then ride the Niagara Parkway all the way north to see the falls. Let's go ahead and gear up, get on the motorcycle, and hopefully they let us into Canada. A hill here.
What's that, sorry?
I said, sorry, there's a bit of a hill here.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. Take your time.
Good morning.
Good morning. Where's your bike today?
Ohio.
To Ohio. What brings you up to Canada today?
I'm taking a tour of the Great Lakes.
Sounds good. And how long do you think you'll be in Canada for approximately?
About 5 days.
What are you bringing in? What do you have with you with all your gear and your bags?
I have camping gear, roadside assistance gear, personal toiletries.
Any alcohol, any tobacco?
Nope.
Travel with a firearm?
Nope.
Any cannabis on board?
Nope.
And how much cash do you have?
I think I have like $250.
On you.
Yeah.
Good one. Take care.
Thank you.
Enjoy
You
your
as
trip.
well.
Safe travels out there.
Thank you very much.
Finally, perfect weather for it. So.
Finally, I know. It's been so cold.
Yeah, I suspect today's going to be busy.
I think
be
so.
careful on the road.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's a Harley-Davidson Pan America.
Get on here!
I love it.
It's the coolest thing ever. There's no way to hurt. Seriously?
Yep, did you see the bar and shield?
So it's an off-road.
That's supposed to be, yeah. It's a bit more capable than I am.
This is nice.
You can go anywhere you want.
Thank
with it.
you,
It's brand
yes.
new, like 2025.
2024, yeah, I got it last year.
God, I've never seen nothing like it.
Thank you.
Nice save.
You as well. So we are officially in Ontario, and it's time to switch over into kilometers. Okay, no speeding tickets. The Niagara Parkway is a 55-kilometer scenic road on the Canadian side of the Niagara River, running from Fort Erie to Niagara-on-the-Lake. It offers stunning views of the river and falls, and it's also known for the recreational trail alongside it, which is popular for walking and biking. that was an absolutely beautiful road to ride down, but one of my very first stops I had to see before we even got to Niagara Falls is the 1918 Old Scow dumping barge. So just over my shoulder here is a shipwreck of one of the most dramatic rescue attempts on the Niagara River history. During the mid-afternoon of August 6, 1918, while involved with a dredging operation about 1.6 kilometers above Horseshoe Falls, a scow broke loose from its tug. Moments later, it drifted into the Niagara River's midstream and headed towards the falls. On board of the runaway scow were Gustav Lugberg, 51, and a 53-year-old James Harris. In spite of the mind-numbing fear that must have gripped the two men, they had the presence of mind to open the scow's bottom dumping doors, flooding its compartments. This slowed the scow's progress until it grounded on some large rocks opposite the large powerhouse. The men were now marooned in the torturous upper rapids, about 200 meters from the Canadian shore and 600 meters from the brink of the cataract. It's a little under construction right now, but that is the large powerhouse, and then just directly across is the shipwreck. It actually was intact until literally a couple years ago. The rapids kind of deteriorated it some more, and it broke in half. So super, super cool. Lots of really cool history, but I think it's time to officially move on to Horseshoe Falls. I highly recommend seeing it from this direction. Coming up from the south is pretty exciting because I could see the mist from way far away before I could ever actually see the falls. And even this right here is so ominous looking. Like, imagine being on a boat and then all of a sudden that. Shipwrecks are cool, man. Niagara Falls is actually made up of 3 separate waterfalls: the American Falls, the Bridal Veil Falls, and the largest, the Horseshoe Falls. The falls have only ever stopped once in 1848 for 30 hours when ice fields from Lake Erie jammed up the source of the river. The thunder of the falls. This is, I like feel it in my ears. I am right behind Niagara Falls. Maybe these people with the ponchos know what's up, but it was kind of hot today, so I chose to get wet. They said it takes an hour to do that. I think I've been down here 20 minutes. There's like 3 things to look at. It was beautiful, but there's different places to go see it. Horseshoe Falls erodes the rock underneath it about 3 feet every single year. But we have a lot of other stuff to do on today's itinerary and a lot of miles to ride. Let's hop back on the Niagara Parkway. By this point, it was getting close to lunchtime and I was a little hungry. So I had an easy 25-kilometer ride up the beautiful Niagara Parkway to the city of Niagara-on-the-Lake. where I decided I was gonna grab lunch at the Irish Harp. The Irish Harp here in Niagara on the Lake. Wonderful vibe, great food. Bringing half my sandwich home with me. Smush. Okay, well, we actually have a close to 5-hour ride north of here, but I am right next to Lake Ontario. So we gotta go see the Lake Ontario. With not a whole lot else to do between my next destination, I decided that I was going to make a quick stop and say hello to the beautiful Lake Ontario. We officially made it to our second lake. Welcome to Lake Ontario. Onward. When I'm on the road, riding through small towns and chasing sunsets, the last thing I want on my mind is credit card debt. And let's be real, everything is expensive right now, and a lot of us are using credit just to stay afloat. If you're a homeowner, American Financing can actually help. They use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, rolling it into one simple payment that actually makes sense. They're family-owned and have been around for 25 years, licensed in all 50 states. And their mortgage consultants are salary-based, so there's no pressure, just honest help. Most people save an average of $800 a month, and it costs nothing to find out what your options are. You might even be able to delay up to 2 mortgage payments, more cash for the ride, and a little breathing room. So if you're feeling weighed down, let American Financing help lighten the load. Call 866-885-1332 or visit americanfinancing.net/her2wheels. Again, that's 866-885-1332 and get back to enjoying the ride. Time for a well-deserved coffee break. Dying in that sunshine. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much I needed that coffee until I drank it. But in this part of Ontario, I was trying to find really good riding roads, and they're kind of hard pressed to come by. So I did discover this super popular road amongst motorcyclists as well as automotive enthusiasts. It's called Forks of the Credit Road. It's not very long, and it spits you out into the beautiful Forks of the Credit park, like national park. Or based on the photos online, I knew I had to make a pit stop on my way to our destination tonight. So let's go enjoy one of the only beautiful scenic twisty roads that I could find. Well, I think it's safe to pull over because this is where I'm heading, all the way up here. Time for some rain gear. I think I would choose this kind of weather over that beating down sun today. Whew. So my boots are not waterproof, but I have these gaiters from Nelson Rig. They allow your heel to stick out, because that's a big thing for me. Like if I wear gaiters over my boots, I don't want the bottom of my boot completely covered because I need all the grip I can get. These bikes are heavy. So I'll put these on first. I'll tell you the trick to get rain gear to work really good for you. Put it on before it starts raining. Called fashion. Honestly, I don't know what's been worse today. The sun, potentially the rain, or the wind. God, the wind has been absolutely brutal. Let's roll. Perfect timing. I am frozen solid, but we made it. I literally thought I was gonna freeze to death that last hour and a half, but we made it to our cabin. Got the bike unloaded and look at this like super cute little cabin. I am so glad I decided not to camp tonight. I'll explain, but look at this cabin. So I got cabin number 9. Here she is. That's the whole tour. I do have a lovely bathroom though. This is huge. I'm gonna take the hottest shower I've ever taken in my life. So if you guys know me, you know that I genuinely never really ride without protective gear on. And it was so hot today. And it wasn't like in the shade, it was lovely. But on the bike and in that sun, I was dying. And I knew it was going to be cold on this trip. Like I knew there was going to be some warm days, but it was mostly going to be chilly. So I packed my normal like warm-ish weather riding gear. When I pulled over to put my rain gear on, the temperature plummeted. I thought I was freezing because I was wet. No, I was wet and it was 43 degrees Fahrenheit from being 87. Literally down in Niagara and like up all the way up until we hit the fun twisty road. I don't even remember the name of it. It was in the mid to upper 80s. And as soon as I hit that rain, it plummeted. But we made it. Unfortunately, the fog rolled in. So I'm not going to be able to see and do the things that I want to see and do tonight for this half of the video. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get a good night's sleep tonight, wake up, and hopefully no fog in the morning because we're doing something big. I know it's kind of crazy to order a cold brew when it's 41 degrees outside, but I swear it just works better than coffee. That shipwreck was so cool. They actually do like scuba and snorkeling lessons around there. I think it's really interesting that they kind of like gave it back to the community up here. It's also just really cool to look at. It's like, I want to say it's haunting, but it's not, because it's not haunted, but just really interesting. I'm a little sad I didn't get to spend more time here in Tobermory in the Bruce Peninsula, and I'm really sad that the little bit of time I did get to spend here was like shivering to death and freezing cold. I've never ever experienced temperature swings like that. Like, I'm telling you, almost 90 degrees, and then less than 200 miles and 3 hours later it was in the 40s. Welcome to Canada, I guess. Grabbing a quick coffee, and then I'm done with that damn motorcycle. I think it's time to park it. But no, seriously, let's go park the bike. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, you be good, ride motorcycles, and I'll see you later.